What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pixel Pulse, a video game podcast where the takes are hot and the KD ratios are, well, not. This is episode 15. My name is Justin Mislamy, and with me, as always, my good friend, Kyle Olson. Kyle, it's good to see you, man. How are you?
Hi there. Dude, 15. We are almost legal. We're getting there.
You're almost legal,
few-
yeah.
A few more episodes, man, and we'll be a mature podcast.
Fully legal. Yeah, right now we
Yeah.
can get our permit, I
We can.
think, in,
Yeah,
in most
we've got our
states.
podcast learner's permit right now.
Yes. So, yeah. I mean, that's good to see you, man. I hope you're well. You look good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just I haven't shaved, but I did get a compliment today at work from my boss, who said that I looked like Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Like when
Oh,
he painted his
yeah, because
beard on.
he had the black beat, yeah, the black like scruff going
Right.
on there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
even he pulled it up in the meeting and everything. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'll take that compliment.
dude, yeah,
I'll take
yeah,
it.
Ram.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, yeah. It's good to be here with you, Kyle. It's good to see you every week.
We're not talking about
And yeah, I
KDs
don't.
today, are we? Because like, I don't know if I'm ready to open that bag of worms.
If we did, Kyle, I would look very unfavorably because my KD is trash. And whatever game I play, that doesn't really matter. But
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, dude,
I die a lot.
bro, 15 years ago, it would be a completely different story. Dude, Killzone 2, Killzone 3.
I was gonna say Killzone. I was one of the top players like on Killzone, like
Oh,
the original Killzone.
oh, not the original for me. Yeah. I think I remember
Whatever
you
one they brought
were.
online.
Yeah, I think the original was online. They did bring it online. And yeah, I think I remember you being like really good at the original one.
I was in, yeah, it was actually, it brings up a whole bunch of nostalgia for me. So like that, dude, I used to run, it was like a 70-foot LAN cable from the kitchen all the way to my childhood bedroom so that I could plug in my PS2, right, and
Yeah,
go online and play. And that's when I learned about like clans and everything. And I would
yeah.
join a clan, and yeah, I got really good. Like the guys that I would play with, I mean, we're like the top less than 1% of everybody. It was the glory days. After that, I feel like I went downhill, but at least during that time, I was good because I had nothing else to do.
See, dude, for me it was Killzone 2 and 3. I was really good at Killzone 2. Dude, the
Yeah,
shotgun was the meta, dude. That was I
yeah,
the shot. I would just fill people up with bullets. Like when they be rounding that corner and it'd make that really satisfying like ding. I can't replicate it, but in Killzone when you made a kill, it made like
yeah.
this like really high pitched ringing noise, and it was like very satisfying. And I missed that, dude. That was such a. I was like, oh, I just felt so cool and so good doing that.
See,
But
I'm the same way, but for me, it was the grenade launcher, the 203 on the assault rifle. I
noob tubing it,
loved
huh?
that thing. Yeah, I mean, but it was because it was so powerful. But it wasn't just that. But like nowadays, people don't fall for this. But like back in the day, people chase you, and you could like run away. And
Yeah.
I'd cook a grenade, running away, and like turn around, just throw it back,
Oh, just lob it.
and
Yeah.
just yeah, they would like run into it. Right nowadays, that kind of stuff doesn't work. There's different mechanics at play and everything. But at least back then, when before people had figured things out, it was great. Like there were some maps that were just so fun to play.
I used to do that on Warhawk. Warhawk on PS3, you could do that. You could like
Warhawk,
cook,
yeah.
dude. You could cook grenades. I would bait people into chasing me like around the
Yeah,
corner,
yeah.
and I would be cooking a grenade and then just lob it, and then they would round that corner and boom, dead. Oh, dude, my favorite thing was going into the enemy base and planting landmines on all their vehicles, and then watching them try to get into their vehicle and just explode and die. That was the
Yes.
funniest thing ever.
That
God, I
was
missed.
that was what we did too. Like we would plant the mines on the vehicles, but also I loved like how many people you could take in a transport and just like go park it at the enemy base and like totally overwhelm them if you could
Oh
make it
yeah,
there.
yeah. No, dude, shout out Warhawk. Dude, Warhawk was such a phenomenal game for the time, dude. That was so fun. Back when
Oh
Sony,
yeah.
like to experiment with like multiplayer games. Like that was,
Back when they cared a little bit more about their player base,
yeah, right.
less about nickel and diming us or Benjamining us.
Benjamin,
Yeah, because now it's Benjamins and not nickels and dimes.
Benjamin. Yeah, right, right.
Benjamining.
The memories. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the nostalgia though is real. Like you talked about the sounds earlier. Like, do you remember earlier this year, or was it this year? No, it was the 30th anniversary of PlayStation, right?
Oh, dude, the themes.
Dude, they put the themes
Yes.
on there, and they had the boots with the sounds and everything.
Bro.
Like, that was cool.
And then they're like, you like that? We'll take that back. Thank you very much. Like, what? Why?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just keep it.
There must have.
I don't understand
my
why
thought
they couldn't keep it.
there. So I do have a theory, Kyle, and I've heard this being kind of thrown around. I think when they released this update, it literally was on I think the release itself was like on a timer. So I think when that timer was up, they had no way of extending it. Or I'm just guessing, maybe not. But I think that the update itself was on like some sort of internal
This is
clock.
the kind of stuff I do. Like you can eliminate the timer, and even if you can't, like you probably can't eliminate the timer like while it's live, but you can eliminate the timer and then merge it into whatever next update of code that you're gonna do, and then just re-release it and bring it back. Like it's
Or maybe or maybe their plan is just bring them back and then sell them to us. Hey, you want them back? You have to buy these things now.
Dude, I was gonna say, like they just jacked up the prices over here. Oh, you want that nostalgia stuff? You thought that was cool? Come buy it over here.
And the sad thing is, Kyle, I'll do it. I'll buy it. I'll buy the.
Honestly, like for as much crap as I give them, I would pay to have those back. Like that is, I do pay to have those back. I buy like the premium subscription.
Right.
Like I spend almost $200 a year just to be able to play my video games. I want the nostalgia back.
Yeah.
So speaking of the 30th anniversary, I went over to a friend's house shortly after that anniversary, and we were kind of talking, and I was hanging my head low. At the time, I was unemployed, but I was like trying to, or maybe I just found the job. I forget exactly when it had happened, but I was like, I was trying to get my hands just on a controller. Right, like just the 30th anniversary.
Oh yeah.
So cool, the gray, with the different
I know.
buttons, the green and red and everything. Mm-hmm. And we were talking there, and I look over at his like TV stand. I'm like, "You got one?" He's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, he got one, huh?
Yeah, he actually got lucky enough to get one. I was like, "Dude, you couldn't buy two of them? Like one for your bro and one for you?" And it just he never actually let me play with it. It just kind of sat there staring at me. Now that
is he keeping it in the box? Is that why? Is he keeping it like
it's out to be played with? Like his kids.
Oh, really?
Stuff. Like, yeah, it's an active controller that they use.
He's like, do you want to hold it? Do you want to play with it? And you're like, yes. He's like, I bet you do, but
yeah,
that over here.
That one's just for family only.
Yeah, it's for family DNA. Man,
I really loved what they did with that, but I just didn't like the whole what is it, the scalper, like
just the rollout sucked. It was a bad rollout, you know what I mean? It was just so limited, and it was just so dumb. I don't know, man.
I still want one. Like if somebody listening to this has an unopened one and just wants to like be my friend, I would certainly take one.
I would accept graciously the gift, of course, you know.
Yes, graciously. And we could be friends.
Yeah. Which brings me to my next point. No, it's not really that related, but you been playing anything fun, Kyle? Other than 7 Deadly Sins, or you still on that?
I'm still on that. I slowed down just a hair though, because I beat it. So I beat the story.
Oh, okay.
Now, and because they're going to expand on it, and it was such a blast. It was so fun. I actually went and started watching the anime. Actually,
ooh, there you go.
So yeah, I decided, because I'm watching My Hero Academia, and I was like, I don't want to watch two shows at the same time because it's kind of hard. So I actually, when I cycle in the morning, I watch Seven Deadly Sins like on the cycling bike,
Yeah.
and then at night I'll catch My Hero Academia, and it's so good. Like there's so many moments from the game that they pulled from the show, and now
Mm.
it's making sense to me. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I haven't had a chance to switch over to anything, but I have been eyeing Pragmata. I definitely would like to do that, but we're so
Good.
close to the launch of 007 First Light that I don't know. I might have to go First Light and then
Yeah.
Pragmata later.
Another good game, Kyle, that I recommend is Seros. That came out on
Right.
Tuesday.
Yes.
Actually, comes out tomorrow for the normies. I paid $10 extra to get the 2-day early access.
Look at you flexing that free cash flow over there.
I
In
dude,
this
I had
economy?
to. Yeah, right. In this economy, what are
He's
you
like,
thinking? I wanted that game so bad, dude.
dude.
I was able to get one run in last night. I started the game. They show you like they kind of do the story where they introduce you to all the characters,
Oh, cool. Yeah.
and but I was able to get a run in. And dude, I can't. They took Returnal, dude. It's like Returnal hopped up on like, it's got like almost like Doom, a Doom aspect to it. It's so fast and fluid. Dude, the controls
Yeah.
buttery smooth, very snappy. It's like it. I mean, I'm telling you, it plays like a dream.
Okay.
The controls are just some of the best I've ever experienced. The audio
I'm
design,
telling you right
Kyle.
now.
Kyle, I know you're kind of an audiophile, dude. Dude, the audio design in this game is muy bueno. I'll say that. Um,
I love audio so much.
I know you do.
Audio just makes the experience like with Top Gun Maverick. Oh, the
Yeah,
audio in that movie just
yeah.
dang it.
Um,
Oh man. So I
it's
saw something funny about it. I saw a post from what's her name, Charlana Zard, about it because I think she's dating the actor that portrays the main guy in the game, and it looked like it got super high remarks. And then the funny thing was IGN is known for giving sevens for like everything,
oh,
right?
right.
So it was like 9 10 9 10 9 10 9 10, and then there's this little tiny one off to the side. It was IGN 7.
Yeah, and I know.
I was like, okay. I mean,
And they're getting
that checks
roasted
out.
for it because, like, dude, the complaints literally complains about the aspects of the game that are all like roguelike aspects. So he's complaining about it being a roguelike, and it's
Oh,
like,
did they put someone that's not familiar with the genre on the
yes,
game to
they
review it?
that's what they did. Who isn't like a fan of the genre? And it's like,
You
wow,
guys.
you guys are a big entity. I know there are people there that love roguelikes. Like, have them
Yeah.
review it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, I mean, hey, they're entitled to their own opinion, and that's fine. So I'm not going to, but dude, no, the game is, yeah, because it's sitting at like an 88 or an 89 on Metacritic right now, dude. It's fantastic. Like,
Oh,
the game is
that's
so
awesome.
good. The game
Damn.
is,
Oh, Justin, you're killing me because I knew this was going to happen. I knew like Pragmata was going to come out, and then it was going to be First Lights and Soros, like all in the same. And they're on my wish list. Like I have them in my
right.
wish list on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I want to see.
like
I'm
which
interested in
one do
First
I
Light.
get?
I need to see a little more. I want to see. I don't know. I am interested in it. I don't have it wishlisted yet. It looks cool. I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see how well everything kind of comes together in that game. You know what I mean? Like, but it looks
Yeah, I
good.
mean it looks to me like they are on the cusp of getting something really nice out there.
Yeah,
But I think I think you're right. Like there's just it feels like there's something that's missing in what they've been showing us. Maybe just a
yeah.
little something.
But no, it'd be cool. I mean, I'm rooting for it for sure. It would be like the first really great 007 game in like a long time. I think like a long time. You know?
Yeah, since what, GoldenEye?
Yeah, like the truly great like 007 game. Um, but yeah, I guess that's kind of what I've got going on. Saros I started yesterday, and then I'm Still going through Pragmata. Still a wonderful game. I think I'm in like the 5th biome or so, and it's really really great. I'm in the mines, I think. Yeah, but that's going.
What's the so I saw Pragmata is actually cheaper. It's $60
Yeah,
for
it's not a 70.
and then
Yeah, it's only
70
60.
for the deluxe, which I love that they did that. I almost bought it just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But with Saros, what is that one going for in the
That one
PlayStation
is
right now?
70.
It is 70. Okay.
Yeah, that one's
But
70.
unless you are a high roller, then you spend $80 on it and get it a little bit earlier.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
At least you get some perks too. Like you get some extra armor sets. I don't think the armor does anything. I think it's just aesthetic.
Cosmetic.
Yeah. So
Okay.
at least yeah, but it's still pretty cool. But
And when you say the
um,
audio is good, would you say is it like the sound effects, or is it like the music, or both?
both. So and it's dude the haptics, Kyle. Oh, the So Returnal did this. I'm not surprised because Returnal was the same way. Returnal used the haptics of the controller of the DualSense better than anybody else did, and this is no different, dudes. It makes if you hold down like the trigger like halfway, he'll switch to like a different like firing mode, and that makes if you put the controller up to your ear, it makes a little like noise, like a little sound, subtle, but it's really cool. Like yeah, just the way they have all the effects.
Well, I know the trigger makes a sound anyways when it engages the haptic triggers.
Yes.
It makes a sound like you hear a little creak, and for the longest time it bothered me because I was like, "What the heck is that noise?" But
Oh
it's actually
yeah.
the sound of the adaptive triggers engaging because they're not always engaged. They only turn on when they're being utilized. So
Right.
like
Yeah.
some cutscenes and things, the trigger turns on. When it turns on, you hear that like little creak, and that
Yeah.
tells you that
Yeah. The little.
they're on.
Yep.
Uh
Yep.
huh. Yeah.
Yep. But isn't that no? But yeah, it's an actual it's an audio cue in the game though that comes to the
Oh,
controller
cool.
when you do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool. The audio, I've never experienced audio like this, Kyle. In any game, it's crazy how good it is.
Oh,
I'm
you know
telling
how
you.
to
I
get
am telling
you know
you.
how to get me.
I'm not trying. Well, I'm kind of trying to, but I'm being honest. It's so good, Kyle. I wish they had.
You right now.
You know what PS5 needs is gifting. They need gifting, like to like gift games, because I would.
They don't. They don't have that.
No, they don't. Isn't that crazy?
I. I
They
feel like
don't.
that was a thing at one point.
Nope,
Was
never,
it never a thing? Really?
never. Nope.
Wow.
It should be.
It should. Yeah. Wow. If I were the product manager at Sony in charge of the store, I would definitely enable that because imagine all the extra. Like maybe that could fix their issue. Like if they enabled gifting of games, like maybe that would fix their issue and they wouldn't actually have to inflate the prices of the PlayStation to cover costs because now you're able to buy gifts for people that are actually like you're actually spending money on the PlayStation Store and maybe you're making more revenue because you're
They would definitely make more revenue, dude. Because can you imagine everybody that would wants to like buy their friends? This game's so awesome. Play with me. They'll like buy them that game.
yeah.
That thought has crossed my mind multiple times, Kyle. But I can't do it because they don't have it. I know I'm not the only one.
I agree. I think man, I don't know. I guess for some reason I thought that was a thing, but now I hear it and I'm like, yeah, you're right. That absolutely would make them so much more money.
It would. I'm telling.
They could,
It's almost like a
they could keep the
no-brainer. It's like, what are you
PlayStation price
doing?
the same. Yeah.
I don't know.
Unbelievable. I talked to a
What?
buddy of mine earlier today. By the way, I was out for a walk, and he texted me. He's like, "Hey, I nailed this final interview, and I'm getting an offer letter." I was like, "Dude, sick. Let me walk
Oh,
over and we'll chat." And because he was just across the park, and so I walked over. We were chatting, and he was telling me that he's been playing Baldur's Gate 3, which, by the way, you know me, I freaking love Baldur's Gate.
I know you do.
He said he's been playing Baldur's Gate 3 with friends, and I was like, well, first of all, why haven't you invited me to this? It's because the party's full. But also that he only buys, he buys PlayStations and sells them because he just buys them to play a game, and then he'll sell it. And I was like, dude, you should have bought it and kept it because now they're so much more expensive to buy.
Yeah.
Because the last one he bought was like $500.
Yeah.
Right? And now he's going to be spending... I mean, depending on which model he gets, it could be $1,000.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just keep it.
I know. I told him, he's like, it's just because my library is just on Xbox. And I was like, well, but it could be on PlayStation.
It could be.
It could be, yeah. And you could be playing Baldur's Gate with your homie.
Yeah.
But yeah, games. I mean, games are so much fun. Like I wish I had more time to thoroughly enjoy all the games that are out there. And now that I've gone through the story on Seven Deadly Sins, I think I've freed myself up to do a little bit more with maybe some like paid games. Because I tell you what, for a free game, wow, it was so much fun to play. Like,
Yeah, you put a lot of hours into that.
The fun factor.
Yeah. No, it's cool that you were able to extract that much value out of it for nothing.
I spent like a little bit of money. I probably spent like $20 on it.
Well, that's true. You did say that. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but it wasn't so much to like get materials to buy things, like to buy pulls and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't do that. It was more because I wanted to support the developers in the game because I just have been enjoying it so much. So I spent a little bit of money on some things I thought I could use. Otherwise, all my pulls and materials have just been coming from what I saved up as like a free player.
Yeah.
And it's been cool. But I mean,
that's awesome.
I guess I'll have to go look at Saros now in the PlayStation Store and see if I can convince myself to buy it, to listen to it.
Take a look at some dude. Housemarque, leading up to the launch of Saros, they are posting so many like YouTube, Instagram shorts of it, and I'm just sitting there. I'm just like watching all these, like just drooling. It's so good, man. But yeah. So that's what we've been playing. Not a whole lot, but it is what it is. Let's jump into our first news story, Kyle. This is a big one. I know you said that you haven't been you haven't been looking too much at the news lately, but that's why we're here, right?
That's why we're here. Let's talk about it.
So unfolding, this is probably the last like 5 or so days. Someone, the I should say the masses, how smart they are and tech savvy a lot of people are. They've figured out that Sony may be trying to implement some sort of DRM into their digital games. Now, to be clear,
for crying out loud,
they do have it with their PlayStation Plus games, which is understandable because like they have to confirm that you have like PS Plus to play the free games, quote unquote free. But so yeah, I know like they do a check on that every so often just to make sure that you have that you have your subscription. But apparently, this is any digital game purchased after March is going to require a 30-day check-in, like online check-in. So if you're offline for more than 30 days and you buy a game after March and it can't verify the license, because that's why it's got to verify that you have the license to it. So if it can't do that, it won't let you launch the game. This, I think, is people are still trying to like test it and see how it works. The latest update I've seen, Kyle, is that it was implemented as a measure because people were abusing the refund. Because there's like a 14-day window after you buy a game if you don't download it to get a refund. So they were keeping their console offline, something to do with the license so that Sony couldn't read it, so that they could still get that refund and still keep the game. So there was an exploit, and I think they're trying to cover that exploit.
I mean,
so
that makes sense.
Yeah. So
that side of it does. I can side with them on that.
So they're saying after that 14-day check-in, after it verifies the license, then the license is yours forever, I guess. But people are still trying to test it and see what's going on. I hope that's the case, Kyle, because if this really is all digital games, 30-day check-in, that's ridiculous. Like how
I don't even have 30-day check-ins with my manager. Like,
yeah,
why do I need it with Sony?
Yeah,
I will say, you know what? Like, you know what's more irritating to me than that is I'm trying to read this article and I get partway down and it says, to keep reading, please watch this short video to read the full story.
Oh, on Kotaku?
Yeah, just like...
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So far, guys, like I literally see 4 ads on my screen and they're asking me to watch a video in order to keep reading. I don't understand, guys. Like, what are we doing? I'm sure the content down below is not as interesting. Okay, so if it's to prevent people from like reverse engineering or somehow hacking the system to keep returned content that they've gotten a refund for, then by all means do that. If it is to in the future keep me from having ownership of the digital library that I have purchased, then that is a whole other thing because
Right.
I mean, I spent money on these things. Like,
Yeah, I bought this
I
content.
own them.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even sell like you still sell PlayStations with disc drives, but I mean, most of your PlayStations that you're selling now don't have disc drives. So how are we supposed to
Right.
even own the physical copies?
Right.
We're gonna
Well,
own
like
the digital
like mine.
copies. Yeah, exactly. Wait,
Yeah.
what, Justin?
I have a dude. It was the only one I could find, Kyle. It was the
I
only
know
one I could
we
find.
talked about this. I'm just but like if they're like, you know what I mean, like if they're taking away the disk drive and not giving you the option for a physical, then they certainly can't take away your rights to digital ownership of the content that you are purchasing.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's been any updates to the, like recently about it. I haven't looked, Kyle. So I mean,
Okay.
there could be an update to this story like today, and I haven't seen it. So if so, guys, I apologize. I just haven't. This has been ongoing. There's been like new updates like almost every day for the past like 5 days. I just haven't seen anything on today if there's been an update. But
I mean, it's been ongoing for years. Like ever since digital came out, everyone was always talking about
yeah, that's true.
who owns the content, right? Like, is it us? Is it a 10-year license? Can you revoke it at any time? And I don't know that there's ever been a good answer that is fair to the people that are actually
Yeah,
purchasing the stuff. Like, are we
yeah.
renting it?
Right, and it doesn't help too that Sony is just like radio silent on the whole thing. Like people are testing it, it's blowing up online. People are pissed, and Sony's it's just crickets from them. And it's like, what are you guys doing? Get ahead of this. Your response time to this matter has been like atrocious. You need to get on it so people don't speculate, and it just like the
Do you
pitchforks are
remember
already out, man.
what year was it? Didn't the PlayStation Network go down
2011,
years
May
years
May
ago? Yeah.
2011. I remember
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah. For
dude.
like a long time.
A month, dude. And you know what was so bad,
Yeah.
Kyle? Dude, it was right when
It was.
SOCOM 4 came out. Do you remember
I
that?
was just gonna say, yeah, dude. I was gonna say it was so calm. I was so upset because I just got so
Me
calm,
too. Yep,
and I
same.
was looking forward to playing it, and it went down for a month, and we're like, "What? Where's PlayStation? Like, they haven't said anything about what
Dude.
happened. They were totally silent. So it's kind of like their mo. Ever since then, I just don't expect them to address issues
It's just
like that.
funny though because like you remember this was a whole thing too, Kyle. When the Xbox One was about to launch, they announced this whole DRM thing. Only it was a 24-hour check-in with that, and there was such big blowback. They had to. I mean, people bullied them out of it. They had to reverse it and everything. Oh yeah, dude. And even Sony
Oh
themselves. Now
man.
this is the funny part. Sony execs like mocked them because they were like, because essentially you wouldn't be able to like lend games to your friends, and like you'd have to like do this whole, I don't know, it was like really weird.
Yeah, they're
And
like,
then
"Oh, we would never do that."
right, so Sony made a video. They're like, here's how you lend games on PlayStation, and it's just they're just standing there, and they're just like he goes, here you go. Oh, thank you, and takes it, and then so they were mocking Xbox over that. And that, dude, that's really what started with the downfall of Xbox was that whole thing. And Xbox hasn't been the same since. So Sony really should have learned from that. So I don't know. We need clarification from Sony. I don't want to go just full blown like pitchforks and just we need more information. We
Yeah,
need to know more of what's going
a
on.
lot more.
So hopefully by next week, Kyle, we'll have like clarification from Sony on this whole matter. But
I mean,
I don't know.
it could be kind of a weird strategy that seems like is popular with larger corporations is sometimes they do something crazy or just outright stupid and they'll stay silent on it for like a month and it's almost like they just put it out there and it's almost like they're doing A/B testing, like they're gathering information to see what happens and is the fallout or the results good or bad enough for them to continue with it? If so, then great, they continue with it, and if not, then they roll it back, and then they come out and say like, "Oh yeah, we decided to change it back." So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're staying silent and just threw this out there kind of secretively because they're testing
Testing the
that
waters. Yeah, that's
much.
I was
Yeah,
wondering that too. Are they just testing things? So
right. Like so that in the future we no longer own any of our content that we've purchased, right? And it's just rented. But
yeah,
like they've already edged us so close to the edge that we don't even notice that we're looking over that cliff.
yeah. No, that's a
Who
good
knows?
way of putting that. So
Sony does.
we'll see
Sony,
next week.
you should
I
inform
I, I,
us.
I
I'm so glad, dude, that you remembered SOCOM and
yeah.
2011, like the crash in the actual game that came out at that time.
It
Because
was just the timing
oh
was
man,
couldn't
that
have
was
been worse
like
because that was their big online game. SOCOM 4 was
yeah,
going to be huge, and then boom, the outage hits, and you couldn't. Oh my gosh, dude, that was disastrous.
it
And I
was
don't know that might have
those
played a
were
part in
dark
what
days.
killed Zipper. Yeah, I know
Those were dark days.
they are, but all right. Well, we'll have probably. I'm sure we'll have more info by next week about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, next story. I don't think this really affects either of us, Kyle. I don't think we bought many of their games, but it's still noteworthy nonetheless. Greedfall developer Spiders is shutting down. This is a Paris-based studio, and they have been a studio for 18 years. So
Wow.
it's sad to see.
Yeah.
This comes way of Gamatsu, and yeah, Spiders, the Nacon-owned Paris-based studio behind Greedfall, The Dying World, Steel Rising, their original Greedfall, and more, will close after 18 years in operation. They announced. There is still some planned downloadable content for Greedfall, The Dying World. It's still going to release via publisher Nacon, but after that, as Spider puts it, well, that's it.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's and then an end of an era for them. I did play the first Greedfall a little bit. It's your typical like double A, kind of rough around the edges, open world game. I think it's open world. I can't remember now, but it was
It says the
decent.
dying
Wasn't
world,
mind
right?
blowing. Right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I never
I don't know.
played it. I haven't played
Um,
any of their games.
I was just gonna ask. So you played any of it? Okay, so you haven't. Okay.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, they say here, we're sorry that it's come to this and would like to thank each and every one of you for your support over the years. If you have any questions or run into any issues with your games, please contact Nacon directly, as we will no longer be able to reply. So that's it. Spiders is done. Again, I mean, I'm not like distraught because I didn't really play any of their games, so it just doesn't like hit me emotionally like say Blue Point did. Um, but yeah, it's still sad to see,
Yeah.
Kyle.
So this is Nacon basically liquidating their Spiders asset,
Right.
essentially.
Correct. Correct. Um, moving on, another probably our second biggest story of the night, Kyle. And he did this is he's revealed this is about a week ago now. Um,
GTA 6?
no,
Ah,
it's PlayStation veteran Shuhei Yoshida. He revealed that Jim Ryan fired him for refusing to do things he didn't want to do, basically. It's so
that
funny.
could mean so many different things.
Yeah, well, game related, the game business
Oh,
stuff,
okay,
Kyle.
okay.
Uh,
It's a family-friendly show, Justin. Okay, what kind of
yeah,
articles are you putting in
sorry.
here?
Yeah, well, your mind's wandering, Kyle. um, yeah, no, Shuhei Yoshida, he ran PlayStation first party studios for years, and arguably that was when they were at their best, Kyle. I mean, he oversaw them in their golden years, in my opinion. And then he was demoted to like the indie, like he oversaw the indie side of PlayStation, and I always kind of wondered what happened there, because because that isn't something you just decide to just drop down to. I don't know, because he had a really good position and things were good.
Yeah.
But he's been talking. He's been he's been saying stuff slowly and slowly. Because he was replaced. He was the head of Worldwide Studios for a decade, and then he was just boom, 2019. He was replaced by Guerrilla Games studio head Herman Holst. So it was kind of a crazy shakeup, and he was speaking at Australia's 2026 ALT Games Festival over the weekend, and it says here he shed some more lights on what happened, and he says here, I helped Santa Monica to make God of War, Naughty Dog to make Uncharted and The Last of Us, and Sucker Punch to make the beautiful Ghost of Tsushima, he said in a speech. Ghost of Tsushima was one of the last games that I worked on as the president of Worldwide Studios. But in 2019, after 11 years leading the first-party development, I was fired from the role. Jim Ryan wanted to remove me from first party because I didn't listen to him, he added with a smile. Yeah, I wonder why. He added with a smile and to reported laughter in the room. He asked to do some ridiculous things, and I said no. So, what I gathered from this, Kyle, is this was the start of Jim Ryan kind of wanting to do that live service push. And
I was gonna say yes.
Yeah, and Shuhei was like, "No, I'm not doing that. That's stupid," which it is. And he's like, "Well, fine. Then you're done, and I'm gonna find somebody who will do this." And boom, in comes Herman Holst, who yes has gladly been doing that. So it says here he didn't
like their live service games though. So in the next bit of the article, not to steal your thunder, but it's like
no, you're good.
They basically they want to pursue big acquisitions, make large investments in live service games, and then many of the studios that they did that to or with have been closed or faced layoffs.
Their games canceled and their studios closed. Yeah,
games like basically. So they got rid of I'm gonna butcher his name. Shuhei Yoshida.
Yeah.
Shuhei, yeah. So they get rid of Shuhei Yoshida. They go off to like pursue their own stuff, and then they just absolutely fall flat on their face. And then they cite Concord as one of the examples. And you know me, like I actually enjoyed Concord. I didn't feel like it got like super good treatments, but I had fun playing with the buddy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
yeah,
it's just so funny to see like you fire your top dog who literally made some of the greatest PlayStation games of the era, and or helped make or helped encourage the making of those and bring them to fruition.
Yeah.
And you bring someone on and all you're focused on are live services, and it's just like a path of destruction.
Yeah, it's just been just fire and brimstone ever since, dude. And Shuhei, I don't know how much you know. I don't know if you've seen him like in interviews, Kyle. But Shuhei, he's such a genuinely nice and kind person. I'm sure when he was saying this, he was saying it probably with like a funny tone. So I'm sure he was kind of like in like a, you know, like a nice. He's probably said it in like the nicest, friendliest way possible. Kind of like, and like I'm sure he was laughing when he said it. That's just how Shuhei is. Colin Moriarty of Sacred Symbols, he's had interviews with Shuhei Yoshida. And he's just such a cool and interesting person. He's so fun to listen to. If you get a chance, Kyle, I recommend you like listen to some of these interviews that he's had with Colin Moriarty. They're worth listening to, for sure.
Well,
so
luck, we'll get him on ours.
Ooh, that would be awesome. Yeah, man.
Someday.
Let's help this blow up. Hope this podcast blows up someday. Yeah.
I can hear it though, like that line of he wanted to remove me from first party games because I didn't listen to him. He asked me to do some ridiculous things, and I said no. Like that right there tells you, I think, all that you need to know, because if you've got your top person saying that this is ridiculous, and they're the ones that are helping to make the games that are selling consoles and making PlayStation a household name, like you might want to listen to that person and not get rid of them to go pursue some wild dream. Like maybe take like a fraction of that money and like go make an ideas board on Pinterest about live service games, and then see if you can like figure out a way to make money without diverting all of your resources and energy.
Yeah. It's like he led PlayStation. I mean, PS4 was on top of the world, dude. It was dominating. So it's like obviously he's doing something right. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why you would ever. That was the dumbest thing he's ever. I mean, he could do is remove Shuhei. I I don't know. I just have a feeling he wanted him to do the live service things, and Shuhei was like, "I'm not doing that."
Well, another person, Sean Layden, he was the former chairman of
Yep.
SIE Worldwide Studios,
Mm-hmm.
was also let go right before Yoshida's demotion / firing,
Yeah.
and later insinuated that he was a casualty of the live service push.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear live services just, I don't know, like if you have to torch people and your user base to like push something that you want, like why?
And now you have Herman Holst, who has completely mismanaged these studios. I'm not gonna be happy until he's gone. Like, get him out of play. I don't want him near PlayStation. I don't care, man. He's really put a stain on the reputation of PlayStation, in my opinion. But
yeah, it's certainly. I mean, when stuff like this comes out, it really does make me wonder. You know, like what's important to them? You know, like obviously the bottom line, but like, is it only the bottom line, or is it like being a household brand? Kind of like, I mean, like Nintendo does a lot of things wrong too, but Nintendo's got their mission about them, right? Like, I feel like Nintendo is known for certain things and not known for certain things. I feel like PlayStation right now, they're just trying to push this square, or push this like round peg into a square hole, and they're just trying to force it in there any way that they can. It's not working.
yeah,
And it's been what, 7 years since that happened, and it's still not working, guys.
yeah, it's not. No, you gotta know what your audience wants, like why they buy your brand. It's for a reason. You know, it's not they. The fans of these consoles don't want the same. They want, you know, they don't want. How should I put this? You have Xbox, who they're more, I would say, multiplayer focused for sure. You know, like they like the multiplayer games, the shooting games, the racing games. PlayStation, I would say, and Nintendo, arguably, they like the more single player. Well, I guess Nintendo like the multiplayer with like Smash Brothers and stuff like that too, but. They rely
like the same household multiplayer, like
sit
next to your buddy and play.
Exactly. Otherwise, they like those first-party single-player games, you know, a lot.
Yeah.
And that's you just stick to what your audience likes, and you'll be successful. It's when you venture off and do different things that's what makes your brand crumble.
But not even that so much, like. Because I do product, and a big part of what I do is strategy, right? Like I always have to branch out and investigate what my competitors are doing and see if it makes sense for me to dip my toes into that market. I don't just torch my entire product to go after something that sounds like a good idea. Like
Right.
I actually, like, I put feelers out there, and I keep my main core and product stable and running and exactly what my users have signed up for.
Yeah.
And I branch off a little bit into this other realm and see if I can grow it and nurture it to become this other thing. I don't force it. If it doesn't work, then great. We cut our losses and we still have our main thing that we're doing. Right? But I feel like Sony is they're not doing that. They're getting very greedy and just going after what they want versus what their buyers want.
Yeah. You know, it's not so much what they, and it's not even like so much what they're trying to do. It's how they're doing it. So okay. So ultimately, what they want, and I understand this completely. They want their own big live service game that they get 100% of the profit from, right? Because they have all these other games on their store that are popular, like Rocket League, Rainbow Six, you know, Siege, and Fortnite, that make them all this money. But imagine how much money it can make them, Kyle, if it was their game, you know, 100% of the profit instead of 30%.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is they're buying idea. These studios will pitch them these ideas, and they'll just buy the studio. And it's like, well, now you've instead of dipping your toe in the water, you've thrown your whole body in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
now you're canceling these. So now so now the project is a loss, and so is this all this money you spent on the studio to acquire them. So now you're taking an even bigger hit.
It would be really interesting to see a report on all of the failed live service games and studios and layoffs and everything that they've done since going after this, and just to see like the damage and the carnage that has happened since like this dream of theirs has been a thing, and like look at it and be like, is it worth it?
Yeah, right. I was listening to Secret Symbols, Colin Moriarty's podcast, and he thinks out of all the live service cancellations and everything, and all the studios that have gone defunct, he thinks the loss is well over $1 billion. He says probably not billions, but he says well over $1 billion. It's
I would agree with that.
It's cost them. I'm like, yeah, probably. So I'm like, yeah,
I mean,
that sounds about
especially
right.
with Blue Point, like
Mm-hmm.
being what it was with their Demon Souls remake and the other ones that they were tackling, and like unknown projects that are never going to see light of day. So
That's still,
yeah,
I'll never stop being upset by that closure.
I concur with that $1 billion amount. That sounds
Yeah, me too.
about right.
But anyways, let's hopefully they're course correcting now. Maybe I think all these cancellations is them, getting back on track. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
But
We'll see.
who knows? Yeah, Kyle. Earlier you mentioned GTA 6. We do have some GTA 6 news, kind of. Not really about the game. Well, a little bit, but more like the price.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So this comes from IGN, of course, and they say here that Take-Two CEO. So he addresses a couple things: GTA 6 price, and maybe some LA Noir in the future, possibly. He basically leaves the door open for it, I should say. He doesn't announce that they're working on anything, but he kind of sidestepped the price question. So it says here Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick addressed the much debated question of how much GTA 6 will cost. He declined to confirm the game's price, but hinted away from the potentially super premium price point that has been floated in the past, like $100. Because I've been seeing the $100 price point, like a year or two ago, being floated, and I was like, no way.
Mm-hmm.
But he says here, and I quote, consumers pay for the value that you bring to them, and our job is to Our job is to charge way less of the value delivery, Zelnick said. How you feel about something you buy is the intersection of the thing itself and what you pay for. Consumers need to feel like the thing itself is amazing and the price they were charged was fair for what they got. So he went on to mention that the game pricing has actually gotten cheaper over the years, a reference to the fact that major game releases have been priced at $60 or at most $70 for more than a decade, as compared to greater rates of inflation seen in the wider economy. So I'm gonna skip down to Kyle. That's he says there's kind of like,
I mean, like, it makes sense. He's basically saying they're gonna bring a game that's gonna bring so much value. Like like as a buyer, our return on our investment, right? So if we spend $70 on a game, what is that like? How are we gonna justify that and be happy with the return on our investment? Is that like a 30-hour game or what? He's saying Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be massive. It's going to bring so much return on that investment.
right, which it is.
How exact? No, it will. I'm not. I mean, honestly, like I'd pay $100 for it. Like I probably would, because I feel like it's probably going to be that kind of return on my investment with everything that's you'll be able to do in the game. And I think that's kind of the point that he's getting to, is that
I think so too. For sure, it is.
yeah.
Because he says here too, he goes, what we think about is making the most spectacular piece of entertainment on earth in history, and it's a pretty daunting challenge. So if we do that, and if we're of service to our customers, then the upside will take care of itself. He said here too, because with a quick follow up, he says he thinks a lot of people are going to be calling in sick on November 19th, and I'm like, yeah, I think you are, Kyle. Yeah.
No, I'm definitely not. I'll be.
You'll be actually sick, right?
Yeah, I'll be actually sick. Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm so glad that he acknowledged that, because it's like, could you imagine like if the economy just tanked for a few days because Grand Theft Auto 6 came out and like nobody is working?
I wouldn't be surprised, Kyle. That might actually happen. I know it happened in Japan with Dragon Quest. They had to move Dragon Quest releases to the weekend because it would just the economy would just take a dump for like a few days.
Oh, dude.
During release.
I want to see it.
Yeah. I do too, kind of.
Yeah, I will be part of that.
One last thing I want to say here. This is just, I don't know if you ever played LA Noire, Kyle. I didn't, but there are a lot of fans of the game. So, but it says here elsewhere in the talk, Zelnick gave some, albeit slim, hope for fans of LA Noire that a sequel might one day happen. He says here broadly, we're looking at doing something in the future with all of our intellectual property. He said, there's nothing to announce on LA Noire specifically, and if there were, it would be Rockstar announcing it, not me. But in any case, with regard to our legacy IP, the teams are always looking at what we have and what we're always thinking about it. The question is, at any given time, do we have a team that's passionate about working on that? So he doesn't say that, it's not going to happen. He says that they're looking at all their IP. I know people have been hankering for a Bully sequel for a very long time. I'm not one of them, but a lot of people have.
I never understood it. Like,
yeah, I mean, I played a little bit of it, but it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Cool, I guess.
You know what they really need to do, like LA Noire. I don't know. I remember seeing that game. I was like, all right. I mean, it's fine. I want them to uncap the freaking frame rate on Red Dead Redemption 2 on the PS5.
Yeah.
So I can go back and play one of my favorite games at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like guys, the PS5 has plenty of ability to do that. Like, don't touch the graphics. You don't have to touch the graphics. Graphics look fine. Just uncap the frame rate, for the love.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't care what else they do. Give me Grand Theft Auto 6. It's already coming. Uncap the frame rate, and you guys can do whatever the heck else you want after that.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. This is a little bit of Valve news.
Hey.
So they were asked recently about Steam Deck 2. And Valve has said that it is hard at work on Steam Deck 2, but it's still too early for a release date. So if you want one, you'll need to wait a little bit longer. It says the company has confirmed the Steam Deck 2 is part of its future plans, along with other devices like the Steam Machine and Steam Frame. But they're moving step by step and wants to make sure everything is ready before announcing launch dates. So I'm gonna guess next year, Kyle. I bet next year is the day that the year that it comes out. But that's just speculation. But yeah,
they have competing software or competing hardware, like between their console and this.
In a way, but I guess one's a handheld, one's a console. So I mean,
but the
two different demographics.
The TV.
You can, but I would say an overwhelming majority don't do that. But I don't know.
I was just wondering.
Yeah. So he said that that Valve is making sure that it's a worthwhile enough performance upgrade to make sense as a standalone product. He explained, "We're hard at work on it, and obviously every step of the way. If you look at our hardware projects over the years, you can draw a straight line from the original Steam controller and Steam Machine to Steam Deck to everything that we're announcing and shipping this year. And we expect Steam Deck 2 will be a lot of the same, where a lot of what we're doing here will be learnings that built up to it." So, and it says here, according to him, many of the devices Valve is working on now will also help with the development of Steam Deck 2. Even though he could not confirm a release date, he did explain that Valve wants. He did explain what Valve wants from the new hardware. "We're not interested in getting to a point where it's 20 or 30 or even 50% more power, more performance at the same battery life. He said, "We want something a little bit more democratic." I can't read that word, Kyle. Do you know that word? I can't. It's reading's hard sometimes for me. Is that what that says? Thank you.
I mean, maybe I've never seen that word before in my life.
I never have either. I've never seen that word. Demarcated.
Yeah, Oh, yeah. So it would be that because it means to set the boundaries or limits.
Okay, so demarcate. Okay. So we've been working back from silicon advancements and architectural improvements, and I think we have a pretty good idea of what the next version of Steam Deck is going to be. So I don't know, Kyle. Does this interest you? Steam Deck 2? I know you don't have a Steam Deck, but I don't know if this would be of interest to you in the future.
I mean, maybe so. With how expensive PlayStation is getting, maybe Steam Deck is my foray into the world of PC gaming.
Yeah, I have an ROG Ally, and that's kind of my foray into it. And I really love my Ally.
Aren't those like really expensive, Justin?
I mean, I got mine for like $700. So I mean, yeah, they are expensive.
Plus, you spent $10 extra on Soros to play it early. Like, dang, dude. Man, must be nice.
I couldn't wait. I knew that they got me with that 2-day early access, man. I know, but yeah, they did reveal the Steam controller. That's going to be released on May 4th. I think that's priced at like $100. I think I saw.
Does it come with a lightsaber?
I don't know what.
Because that release date is a little suspicious.
Maybe if you ask nicely. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, May 4th. I know, that's kind of funny.
It's like a holiday celebration for me. Okay, May 4th rolls around, and it's like Star Wars all around the house. Movies.
Yeah.
Little Chewbacca Rice Krispie treats and stuff. I mean, it's like...
It's a big day, huh?
It's a huge day around here.
So yeah, we patiently await the announcement of Steam Deck 2, but they got to release the Steam Machine first because they're sitting on that, and they better release that ASAP. They can't wait on that too much longer. They got to get it out, Kyle. That Steam Machine.
I wonder what they're waiting on.
I think pricing I don't know, but if they wait too long, I mean, I don't know.
Go the way of Xbox Series S if they wait too long.
Right. It's just not good. They need to get it out like quickly, but I don't know. Kyle, I know we talked about this a little bit, but the Blood of Dawnwalker is coming out this year, September 3rd. They have announced, and they have shown a couple of gameplay trailers. One of which I know I sent to you. I know you said you didn't get a chance to watch it. That's okay. It's an open world. Their open world gameplay trailer. I will say this. I think this game looks freaking incredible, and I can't wait. It's made by former Witcher 3 devs, and you can see that. Like, you can see the bones and the DNA of Witcher in this game for sure. Just the I don't know, the movement, the combat. It's very Witcher-esque. But it's I guess you just kind of picture the Witcher, but playing as like a vampire.
The world, I'm looking at the world right now, like in the video that they're showing.
Yeah.
And the world looks very Witcher-esque.
It does.
One glaring thing for me that I know they'll fix before release is that like the collision with like trees and stuff, instead of the trees or plants moving around, they just disappear. Like as the person walks through them, they just clip. Like and the whole thing just disappears. But it has a very even in the combat, very Witcher-esque. So it could be good.
Witcher mixed with like vampiric abilities. So I know like if you feed. So when you feed, you'll gain. I can't remember what it is, what they call it, but basically like you feed and you'll be able to more of your vampiric like gifts will be available to you.
Okay.
Like the more you stay on top of your feeding, and yeah, even in combat you can use a lot of your vampiric abilities. Like I know during combat they showed him like biting someone's neck to get some health back,
Oh yeah.
And and he was like sneaking behind someone and he was like biting his neck. He was killing him doing this, but then like one of his comrades like spotted him, so he had to like fight them off first. But yeah, you can totally come up behind someone and just feed off of them. I know you can like, and Kyle, it's cool because you can hunt animals and like you can feed off animals, and that will satiate it, but not as good as like it will if you were to do that to like a human. So like,
typical vampire.
yeah, exactly. Like all the Twilight, like.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it gets you by. It's like eating a salad though when you'd rather have a steak.
right. So it shows him like tackling like a deer and like feeding off the deer, and yeah, it doesn't fulfill you like it would if you were to do that to a human. And yeah, you can like just walk on you can walk on buildings like sideways, just walk around it, just upside, like he was walking around this big tall tower, just walking up it, and it was cool, man. There's going to be a lot of different activities and quests to do, just like Witcher, Yeah. It looks good, man. I'm actually really excited for this game now. It was already on my like watch list, but this really got me excited for it. I'm pretty stoked now. So yeah, just wanted to bring that up. They have a couple new trailers out to watch. If anybody here is interested in the game, go watch them.
Yeah, by Bandai Namco. So good game makers behind it.
So, this last bit of news, Kyle. I don't know how big of a Tales fan you are, but I don't think very big. That's okay. Tales of Eternia, or as we know it here in the States, Tales of Destiny 2, remastered.
Okay, hold on. So when you put it in the notes for the podcast, I didn't realize it was a Tales game. I thought you had Destiny 2 news, and I was like, "Oh, interesting. I haven't heard about Destiny in some time."
Oh,
it's Tales. Okay, I get it now.
Tales of Destiny 2. Yeah, that's funny. You thought it was Destiny 2.
I thought it was news on Destiny 2, and I thought, okay, what do we have? Like, Destiny hasn't been talked about for some time.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time. It's weird. Yeah, no, Tales of Destiny 2 remastered has been rated in Europe. So that's great news. Because they've been remastering all these Tales games. They're kind of on a spiel right now, just taking their old Tales games and remastering them. The last one I don't feel like they needed to do. It was Berseria, and people were really complaining about that because it was a PS4 game. So like, why are you remastering this? It does not need it, and it doesn't. I didn't even buy it because I already played Berseria on PS4. It doesn't look much better, but it's still a great game. But yeah, Tales of Destiny 2, it was launched in November 30th of 2000. Oh, in Japan it says. But yeah, it came to PS1 in the States as well. Says here there was a PSP version of it also that launched March 3rd in 2005. I didn't play that version. I just remember the PS1 version back in the day. Let me see here. Yeah, it has received a PEGI 12, which is a European rating, because it features moderate violence and use of bad language, not suitable for persons under 12 years of age. But yeah, this would be most welcome. This is one that definitely needs a remaster. The Destiny games for sure, dude. Tales of Abyss, Tales of Legendia, which never gets talked about in favorite Tales games discussions. Those definitely need it. Have you played any Tales game, Kyle, at all?
No, I don't think so. I don't
No?
think I've
Okay.
played any.
Okay. I would say I'm a moderate to big Tales fan. I've played most of them, for sure. There was, Symphonia on the GameCube. I remember that one. I played that one. That was a fan favorite. Yeah, no, they're fun games. I mean, I feel like action RPGs. They are great, actually. Highly recommend them. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring this up because it sounds like we're getting an announcement, a pending announcement here probably in the coming days, maybe a couple weeks. They're going to be announcing this game, so I'm pretty excited.
Cool. But yeah, I'll have to pay attention to it, see if it looks any good.
Yeah, dude. That's it, Kyle. That's all the news I have this week. Kind of a light week, but that's how it goes sometimes, man.
That's how it goes. No, it was good. I liked the nostalgia at the beginning. That was good. It's fun starting off with some nostalgia.
It was nice. I like having this nice little like kind of like a throwback, to our younger years. Yeah.
Just like they were yesterday.
Yeah. Do you have any plans after the podcast, man? You doing anything fun tonight?
I'm going for a walk.
Okay, that's probably something I should do too. Actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stretch my legs. It was a long day at the desk, so I'll go for a walk and see if I can hit my step goal, which I'm almost there. But yeah, I'll stretch my legs, go for a walk, and then who knows? We'll let the evening show me what it wants to do.
I might do it. I might do it too. I might throw on a gaming podcast and go on a walk and just kind of.
Might I recommend Pixel Pulse?
That's a good recommendation. I like that. I should definitely give that. Yes. I hear there's some pretty cool guys on that one, man.
That's what I hear.
That's the word. That's all I know. No, and then I'm probably gonna play some. I'm gonna put some real time into Ceros, I think, tonight. Try and get some good runs in. See what I can accomplish. So
that's more what I was expecting you to say.
Yeah. Right.
Since you got the early release.
Yeah, I better. Yeah, I better make use of that extra $10.
Dude, you better get that walking quick. Walk fast.
Right.
So you can get back and then get some runs in with.
Just do a circle in my driveway. Okay, yeah, that's good. Come back in. Well. All right, everybody. Well, that will do it for today's episode. If you're new and checking us out for the first time, consider giving us a like. Maybe subscribing. It would help us and the channel out a lot. So, guys, until next time, you stay leveled, stay looting, and we will catch you at the next save point. Peace.